Hi everyone. So, I mean, it's almost 1:30 in the morning. So I'm probably gonna have eye bags. I know I've got tan issue again. If you've watched my Penn and Teller video, I mean, I don't know what it's called. It's not called Penn and Teller. I think it's called Oops, I Did It Again. I've got that there. Although I'm not as hydrated, I'm not as I keep wanting to say hydrated. I'm not as dehydrated as I was last time, although I am thirsty. My under eyes are not as bad. I probably should be sleeping. I mean, well, do you know what? I've not even made my bed. Like, I've got fresh bedding ready to go on it. God, my hair looks really blonde, doesn't it? Anyway, so I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to call this video. I mean, I didn't know what to call the last video. Well, not the last video you would have seen, but the one called Oops, I Did It Again. I didn't know what to call it, and I went through about 5 or 6 name changes, if not more, before I settled on what I settled on, although I probably could have done much better. A problem holding this, because there's only like such a small area that I can hold without my finger showing, and it keeps showing, and I just don't know what else to do. I have been out, obviously I'm not like, and it was touch and go about going because how I'm being made to feel. I'm not going to go into that because this video isn't about that, but how I'm being made to feel by people made me not want to go, and I wanted to go, but what people are putting me through is affecting me, and also what I know will happen because I've dared to go out, and I almost didn't go. Like, I just didn't want the hassle, and like, I'm not in a happy place because of things that happened and are happening. It almost meant I basically didn't go to something that I've wanted to go to since the last time I went to it, basically. And all day today, well, technically yesterday because it's now Sunday, but you know, we're talking about Saturday. If I refer to it as today, it's because I've not slept yet, so technically to me it's still Saturday. What makes me laugh is, sorry about the super close, but I'm struggling to hold this phone. I keep either putting part of my finger on there like that, or I've got a shadow across my face like that. Look, shadow, no shadow. What makes me laugh is I can drive home without the sat nav, know where I'm going. On the way there, no, I don't know where I'm going. And like, I can find my way home. I can find my own from various places. Well, I can find my way home from various places, that's the truth. But I've been to Manchester. And when I went to Manchester last time, I went to the O2 Academy, found my way home without the sat-nav. On the way there, could I have driven there without the sat-nav? No chance. Tonight, been to the AO Arena. Could I get there without the sat-nav? No chance. Did I get home without the sat-nav? Yes. Would someone like to explain that to me? Because I don't understand that. What did I go to the AO Arena for? Well, a big reason. If you've followed me for long enough, like, every time I say that, you should like give yourself a tenner. Like, treat yourself to something that's worth like at least £10. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I say that quite often, but some of you have followed me for a long time. Some of you like aren't subscribed, but you watch my videos and you live on my street. Has anyone heard of someone called Alice and Joe and Johnny and Tommy? They're in a little band called the Hollywood Vampires. And the Alice that I'm talking about, in case you have lived on another planet for the last 10 years, Alice Cooper, Joe Perry, Johnny Depp and Tommy Henriksen, and I saw them 5 years ago, and there's videos up on here. I think there's two. They're called I Want to Be a Hollywood Vampire. I'd love to be in the Hollywood Vampires. I could probably play Triangle, because they've got an amazing drummer. Like, give me a triangle, I'll play for free. And yeah, they were meant to, so I saw them 5 years ago in 2018. Also, if you follow me for a long time, you'll know that in June 2018 I went to 3 concerts. I'd bought my dad Father's Day presents. I mean, someone gets really epic Father's Day presents, but I got him Rolling Stones tickets, and he took me, and I didn't want to go, and there's a whole bunch of reasons behind that. I also bought him Billy Joel tickets, which obviously I did want to go because I've seen Billy Joel live before, and he's amazing live, and that concert's probably my all-time favourite concert ever, which is ironic because for years my all-time favourite concert was a Bon Jovi concert. And like, in my top 10 concerts, like, there's more than one Bon Jovi concert, but for years and years and years, my like all-time favourite concert was a Bon Jovi concert. And then I saw Billy Joel 5 years ago, and that became my all-time favourite concert ever. And then the next night I saw the Hollywood Vampires. Now, how the whole Hollywood Vampires came about me seeing them last time was, I believe I follow Alice Cooper on somewhere online. I don't think I do anymore. And I think there was a post went up about like that weekend. I think it was on the Thursday that this went up, and on the Sunday that Hollywood Vampires were playing at the MEN/Manchester/AO Arena on that Sunday. And I was like, I think I've heard of the Hollywood Vampires, like, who is it, what's it about? And I knew Alice Cooper was in the band, and I think I knew Johnny Depp was in it, but I didn't really know too much about the Hollywood Vampires. So I googled it, and I was like, I want to go. Didn't like listen to the music when I was thinking that, and I was like, maybe I should listen to some music by them. And I like listened to some, and I was like, I want to go. So I looked I looked to see how much, not how much, I looked to see if there was any tickets left and how much they were. And I was surprised to find 3rd row and 7th row floor seats. I was like I couldn't believe it, because it was literally, do you know, like, they do hold some back. They always hold, like, every concert holds some back, and they release them, like, sometimes they release them a week before, and then some more a couple of days before, and then some release them just a couple of days before. So I was like, I can't believe, like, they're available, I'm gonna buy them. And I literally bought them, and it was when you could actually get physical tickets. But because I bought them on the Thursday and it was on the Sunday, I obviously had to collect them at the box office because it was way too late to get them. My dad didn't know about the Billy Joel concert, and there's videos about the Billy Joel concert. I did a lot of them. And I basically had bought the Billy Joel concert tickets like maybe 2 weeks before, less than 2 weeks before, because I kept waiting and waiting for better seats to come available. And I think we got like 8th row or 10th row, something along those lines, floor seats. And on the day that was meant to go, I still hadn't told my dad, and I had a hairdresser's appointment for a blow dry. And on the way back, because my hairdresser's isn't like in the same town, I was on the motorway, like going up to the motorway to join it, and the police were there and stopping people from getting on because someone was threatening to jump. And luckily they didn't jump, but I remember sitting there thinking, what we're meant to do, like, what's if my dad goes home, because he'd gone, I don't know where he was, what if he's gone home and got changed and gone out for the afternoon, like, because it's a Saturday. And I'm thinking, what do I do, like, what am I meant to do? Oh God, like, I'm panicking. I'd wrote in this note, like, going on about, like, giving clues in the note and then saying at the end what was happening. And I'm thinking, God, I need to get home. What if he's gone out already? And I was like really panicking. And then I got home and I gave him this thing telling him that I was going to see Billy Joel that afternoon. Anyway, I had like, I knew I was going to Hollywood Vampires the next day, and I still hadn't told him. So the next day, like late morning, early afternoon, I told him I was going to see the Hollywood Vampires. But the problem with all of that was, I was absolutely exhausted from the day before because there was a lot of walking. I was stood up the entire concert. I had my arm in the air filming, and because there was someone quite tall in my eye line where I needed to point the camera, I was having to like really stretch up. and my phone was like in the air the majority of the time, so my arms really ached. I was just physically tired and I was just drained. I was like, oh my god, like how, like I've got these tickets. If I hadn't have got them, like it would have been fine, but I had to go. And like the Hollywood Vampires don't go on till like 9 o'clock or something, like 9, like it was after 9. Tonight it was like 9:15, and we didn't know that at the time. Anyway, we went and it was absolutely amazing. And like if you watch the videos, you'll know that there was some drama because someone had sat in my seats and they thought I shouldn't be allowed to have my own seats because I didn't bother to go to see support acts. Like, how many people actually see support acts? Like, there's only been a few occasions where I've actually physically gone and watched the support act because it's been someone that I've wanted to see, but a lot of the time it's someone that I wouldn't want to see. So I'm not just going to go in and watch a support act when I've literally got no intention of, like, I don't know, like I'm not going to enjoy it unless it's something that I really want to watch, is it? I do follow the Hollywood Vampires online, and I follow Johnny Depp, although he doesn't post that much, but I'd still follow Johnny Depp. And I follow Tommy Henriksen, and obviously I knew this tour was coming up, I knew where they were playing, and I knew when the tour started. I've been like seeing all the videos, all the, like everything, and I'm like, I actually didn't have tickets. I didn't have tickets, and there's a few reasons why, and I'm not going to get into them in this video, but I think maybe like 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, I was like, oh, I've not got tickets, let's go on and see what there was. And there was some, but they're in the top tier, about 7th, 8th row. I kept thinking to myself, what as if no better ones come available? What as if that's it? And what as if they sell out and they sell out and I can't go? And I was very much of the mindset of that. But at the time, there was some unexpected plans that something came up, not gonna divulge. I was documenting it, but I'm not gonna divulge in this what it was, and something just popped up out of the blue. It kind of threw a spanner in the works regarding the Hollywood Vampires tickets. It kind of like went out of my head for a little while, but then the spanner in the works, or like the thing that popped up, totally changed unexpectedly again. Something unexpected that I didn't expect, that like was stressful, and then it changed and went back to being what it was before. So there was no stress, but it was still stressful anyway. And I kept seeing like all the tour updates, the videos, like, because I follow them. And then I only got the tickets last Thursday, and I don't mean Thursday just gone, the Thursday before, so 8-9 days before, that was the day I got the tickets. I can't remember what happened that day for me to get the tickets, but I still didn't think, even though I basically went on, found that they had tickets in the lower tier on the other side of the arena, on the side that Johnny Depp stands. So if you're looking at the stage, he stands at the left, but if you're looking away from the stage, he stands on the right. And they were on that side, 2 blocks along, 11 rows up. Was it K? J? K? I think it was K. And even when I found them, even at that point, I didn't know if I was going to go. And there was a few reasons why I wanted to go. Like, I really wanted to go, but there was a few reasons why it may not have happened, and some of it's to do with how I'm being made to feel. And you know, when I went to Penn and Teller like a month-ish ago, I had an amazing day, and like it was such an amazing experience. But then what's gone on the streets since makes me not want to go out. But I think that's what some people want. But like I said, even on like last Thursday, not the Thursday just gone, the Thursday before, I didn't know if I was going to go. And then I think it was some point in the afternoon, like maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the decision was made and I booked the tickets. And there was just this moment where it felt good to book the tickets, to know that I was going to like have something to look forward to. But then I've just been made to feel horrendous in the situation that I'm in, that it's just not been like enjoyable build up. Do you know, like you look forward to things? It wasn't. There was days when I was like, oh yeah, I'm going, but there wasn't the excitement. You know, when you get the excitement because it's something you really want to do and you've been looking forward to, and like, you know, it's going to be amazing. I just didn't get that, and I normally get it, and I didn't get it. But obviously, my living situation is like detrimental to a lot of things. I didn't know what to wear. I just didn't know what I was going to wear. Like, I just didn't know. And then Wednesday, I ordered what I've basically got on. Like I said, I didn't know what I was going to wear. I looked through my wardrobe, totally uninspired. Can't remember what I wore last time, even though I've got videos, you can't tell what I've got on. It just was a very stressful situation. I found a potential thing in my wardrobe, which is very similar to what I've got on. And then I kept looking on ASOS, and I was just like, there's nothing I like. I don't know what I want to wear anyway. Like, nothing was standing out. And then on Wednesday, I went on and I ended up buying what I've got on. Can't really see much of it. Kind of like, it's a t-shirt dress. It's a t-shirt dress. It's got like a print in the front. It's like a wash grey colour, I guess. Because I bought a belt as well. The belt's got like chain detail. And like, it didn't arrive till Friday, even though I bought it Wednesday. Or did I buy it Thursday? No, Wednesday. And it arrived Friday. And the other thing that I had at home was a black t-shirt dress with a split up one side. I've only ever worn it once. It's been in my wardrobe. I actually washed it today because I basically didn't know even if I was going to wear this. But I ended up wearing this because my other t-shirt worked dress. And I remember when I went to get dressed today, it was literally, I didn't have time to find anything else if it didn't work. But I did try this on yesterday, and it's basically got, it's a maxi dress, t-shirt dress, but it's got splits up the side. The splits are much higher than I realised, and when I sit down in it, they're super, super high up. But all you can see is the side of my leg. With how I'm sat now, you can see a lot more, but I'm like, got my legs up on the sofa. So it did come, and I was like, I hope it fits. Tried it on yesterday, it fit. I don't 100% love the fit, but I went out in it. I didn't have time to look at myself in the mirror, so hopefully it weren't too bad. The belt, I had to get a size small because they didn't have the size I wanted, but the belt just fits right. I mean, I would have preferred it a little bit bigger, but it sits where I want it to sit, so that's fine. My video last time, you'll know I actually wore these two, and I didn't realise I still had them. And I was looking for my drawer for inspiration of what to put on, and I found out I still had them both. I don't know if I've worn them. Like, I can't believe I've had them all this time, but they were just in the drawer. I've also got on this chunky charm bracelet that's got all these on. I don't know if I've ever worn it before. If I have, I've probably only worn it once. And then just my watch, and then I've got this ring on. Do you know what? I painted my nails on Thursday, so I've not painted my nails for a long time, and I talk about why in a video that I filmed recently. And then on Thursday night, I thought I'll paint my nails today, but I'll redo them on Saturday because I've not had painted nails for months and months and months. And I thought I'll see how they do, I'll see if they chip, see what goes on. Anyway, today I was going to change them for a blue colour, even though I really like the lilac. And I couldn't find nail polish remover because it would seem that I bought a brand new base coat, brand new nail polishes, brand new top coat. But did I buy a nail polish remover? No. But luckily they'd not chipped and they're absolutely fine. So yeah. And I've got like a denim blue Converse on that's got like a pink lining. You can see it a little bit, and it's got the white, it's got the Converse badge with like pink on. And I've got my legs out. I've got a tan last night. Like, I was literally putting tan on at 11:30 Friday night going into Saturday just so I could be tanned. I've got a very fluffy dog, just walked in the room, picked her up less than an hour ago. She's still got a harness on because she went and had a sleep by the front door. Her BED's made, mine isn't, so I still have to do that when I finish this, which is great. It's just gone round in 4 circles. So I did have drama before I went, so I got ready and I left. I did absolutely, why does she have to look so cute? So I did everything, did my hair, did my makeup. Do you know what? I basically thought I was going to curl my hair. And then it's really humid, although humidity and straight hair ain't great. I mean, I've got some flyaways at the top. I just thought, straighten it, it's less stressful, you can just, do you know what, I did a proper straighten. Like, if I ever straighten my hair, I don't do a proper in-depth straighten, I just get it done as quickly as I can. But obviously for a night out, it's totally different. And I did everything, and I only had one thing left to do. I'd got undressed, everything, and that was to put on lashes. And picked out a pair of hybrids by Claudia Kilsby, and sat on my bed, and I put eyelash glue on. I waited till it went tacky, put it on this eye, wouldn't sit right, got glue on my lashes. I put it on, and it worked on at the corner. I'm like, oh my god, trying to press it on, couldn't. Took it off, re-glued it, put it back on. Like, and when you re-glue it, like, you have to leave it at least 2 minutes for it to get tacky. Like, leave it a couple of minutes to get tacky, so it's like, so it doesn't slide around when you put it on. Put it back on, couldn't get it to sit right, took it off, went for a third attempt, put it on. Then I went to do the other side, couldn't get it to sit right at all. And in frustration, ripped the lash off. Well, and when I say rip off, it's like not as dramatic as it sounds if you don't wear lashes. Just went, threw it on the floor, ripped that one off, threw it off on the floor, and I was like stressed out. Pulled off my eyeliner. I do have brown eyeliner on. So I had to redo my eyeliner. I'm like, I'm not putting those lashes back on. I'll have to find another pair. I can't tell you what style these are. I feel like the CK2. But I just grabbed the first, well, there was two that I saw. One I'd already dismissed as a definite no when I was originally choosing my lash, like half an hour earlier. Do you know what? I must have spent 20 odd minutes like on the eye, and then it just, like, with the first pair of lashes, and they were brand new, and I've thrown them on my floor, so I need to pick them up because I should be able, we can reuse them, like, they're like $8.99. I'm not just gonna like throw them away. I'm sure the CK2, because they're really fluffy. No word of a lie, right? Found my lashes, trimmed them. Well, I trimmed one, put eyelash glue on, and I was stood up in my bathroom. I'd been sat down when I did them previous. Stood up in my bathroom, put it on. I think I used a pair of tweezers. I've left them in my car. Put a pair of tweezers on. Put it on, straight on. I'm like, are you joking? Like, do you know when you're like, it can't be on, it really can't be on? And I'm pressing it against the eyelid with like the end of the tweezers. I don't mean the end, I mean the other end. And I'm like, is this for real? Like, literally, I must have spent 20 minutes, if not longer, and that just went on. So I then trimmed that one to size, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get, like, be able to do that one as well. And lo and behold, it went on, and I'm like, so it just took me like 2 minutes to put them on, and then probably 2 minutes drying time on each one, so like 6 minutes instead of like at least 20 minutes. I'm like, why? Do you know when you're just like, why? Like, look at them. I actually prefer the look of these to hybrids. I mean, these might be my favourites so far. Is put my shoes on, so I put my Converse on, grabbed a bag, like, and it worked the bag that I would have gone for, but I just didn't know what bag to go for, but it actually went, but it wouldn't have been my first choice. Yeah, but obviously, like, I set off like 45 minutes later than originally planned. Obviously I didn't need to drop my dog off, so that's gonna save 5 minutes, but I was like, anyway, the sat nav took me, it's trying to take me one way. I was like, no, I'm not going to go that way, and I just went past the way he was telling me to go. Got to Manchester, right, starts driving me around. Well, it didn't drive me around, but it started to take me on a totally different route to normal. Anyway, we found the arena, and we was on the top car park, you know, like the roof, and then there's a little bit extra. We were on the 10th floor, and luckily it stopped raining because it actually chucked it down when we was in Manchester going around this really weird route, to the point we could even see where you were going. Go down, get in the long, oh god, we got in a queue for the bar, And like, you know, like there's loads we could queue up. This guy, I'm not even joking, it was like he was asleep. Other ones had served like 40, 50 people and he'd served 8. And we're like, one point, the person in front of us, they ordered 2 hot dogs and two pinters, you know, like you can have 2 pints. It came to 45 quid for 2 hot dogs and 4 pints technically. Anyway, got the food, got one of the drinks, and then he disappeared for 5 minutes. I'm like, has he gone for a nap? Anyway, he was quick with mine. They'd run out of Diet Coke. Obviously, I don't drink and drive. So I had a Sprite, but I had a large Sprite. And we like stood there and everyone kept getting hot dogs. And all I could smell was these hot dogs. And I've never had an MEN, Manchester Arena hot dog. It was good. I shared it, by the way. I didn't get a second drink. And we didn't watch the opening night, we never do. We went in, watched them set up the stage for Hollywood Vampires, and then they came on. Filmed a lot of it. I didn't continuously look at my phone, I just held it where I thought I needed it to be. Every now and then I'd glance down and like have to adjust it slightly. I probably recorded like 80% of the concert, 70 to 80% of it. I enjoyed it. I probably would have enjoyed it more if I weren't filming as much, but I don't want to like, I want the memories, like I want the actual hard copy memories, but also at the same time I want to just watch it. But I enjoyed it, I sang along, it was amazing, it was a great night. I did really enjoy it, like it was magical. They've got an amazing stage. They've got an amazing set on the stage. They've got loads of screens. Like it was a lot better than the first time. They did longer. Johnny Depp actually sang live this time. Last time, especially on Heroes, he definitely didn't sing live, but this time you could tell he sang live, and he's got a great voice. They're all very, very talented. The songs are good. Some people won't like the songs. They do a lot of songs of people who have died, but they do their own stuff as well. They did an Aerosmith song, but Joe Perry's there. The Aerosmith song looked really good. And they do Alice Cooper songs, and they do people who have died. And yeah, it was an amazing night. Like, I didn't rush out at the end because I was on the top of the car park, and even when I got to the car park, and by the way, that took ages because there was queues for lifts, and like there's only 2 lifts and they were taking ages, and we eventually got in. And then I sat in the car for ages. I'm like, well, it's hectic on the roof. What's it going to be like further down? So I waited about 20 minutes and I got off super quickly. Called at McDonald's, had a sweet chili wrap. Got another Sprite, which I've been drinking whilst I've been filming this. Picked the dog up. Didn't need sat-nav on the way home, yet I can't get there without the sat-nav. What is wrong with me? I feel like if I went more often, it wouldn't be an issue. I think it's because I ain't been to the arena since before the pandemic. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I was deaf when I got out. Like, my hearing came back probably when I was sat on car park. But I did enjoy it. They're just talented. The music's great. Like I said, I would have preferred it if I weren't holding my phone half the night, because I kept having to glance at it. And then I didn't miss things, but it's not the same as watching it. Like, if you're watching it through your phone, and even though, like I said, I weren't fully watching it through the phone, I was trying to watch them, it's not the same. But also, like, it's not something I do all the time. I want, like, physical memories that I can put online or do whatever I want with it. So it's a difficult one. And I filmed with 2 phones at one point. I did think I'd do it more during the show, but during Schools Out at the end, spoiler alert, I think it weren't immediately, but I grabbed my other phone out and filmed it, filming the other way round, so I've got it that way and that way. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And if you like Alice Cooper kind of music, because they did Boogeyman Surprise, which I don't think they did last time. Definitely go and watch them. There were people there, just there for Johnny Depp, and there were people like clearly not done research about the music and weren't too impressed, but they wanted to be there because of Johnny Depp. I don't care if Arnold Schwarzenegger's there on stage. If it's not my type of music, I'm personally not going to go. I mean, not that I want to be in the same room as Arnold Schwarzenegger, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's someone you like look up to or you like, unless they're doing decent music, don't actually go. There was like a guy to my left on the next row down, bored, kept messing with his hat, kept messing with his phone, like kept putting his coat on. Like, he was there for Johnny Depp. There was other people there just for Johnny Depp, but they didn't know the music and they were getting bored with it, and like they weren't impressed and they were chatting and messing around. It's like, why would you pay that money to mess around? Like, if you don't like it, either leave or just watch it. Like, people don't make sense. But I did enjoy it, and like the crowd went crazy for them. Like, they had us singing stuff, and like, it's just, I think they were blown away by the reception room, because I mean, Manchester's one of the best concerts you can go to. Manchester and London are always the best, but Manchester always is. I've been to, like, well, both, like, as you know. It's like 10 past, 5 past 2 in the morning, 10 past, I can't work it out. The clock's slow, so I'm guessing it's between 5 past and 10 past 2. So it's between 10 past and 5 past and 10 past 2, so I'm going to go. But I look half decent for once. Or you can see part of my belt, but I've got it, you know, like pulled out like that. But I'm sure at some point that I will probably put some videos up of it. But go and see the Hollywood Vampires because they're fantastic. They're amazing musicians. Joe Perry sang song. He did it last time, but he also took, I think he took partial lead on another song. But they're all amazing. They're all absolutely amazing. And I had a good night, but I've had to, of course I'm going to be brought back to reality tomorrow, but I'm just going to, yeah, but I hope everyone's okay. And yeah, if you want to see the footage, it'll be up very soon. And thank you for watching, everyone.